Disappearances can be deceiving. Sometimes the greatest danger doesn't arrive with a warning. It doesn't wear a mask. It doesn't force its way through the front door. Sometimes it earns your trust first. During the 1970s, young women began disappearing across the United States. At first, investigators believed they were searching for separate suspects in separate cases. Different cities, different states, different crime scenes. But as the evidence began to come together, a chilling pattern emerged. Witnesses kept describing the same kind of man. Well-spoken, confident, helpful, the kind of person most would never suspect. What investigators didn't know was that they were hunting one of America's most infamous serial killers in American history. Tonight, we reopen a case that changed criminal investigations forever and serve as a reminder that evil doesn't always announce its presence. Sometimes it smiles, sometimes it asks for your help, and sometimes, by the time you realize the truth, it's already too late. This is the story of Ted Bundy.
Imagine standing next to someone who seems intelligent, polite, even charming. Would you recognize a monster if it smiled at you? During the 1970s, young women began disappearing across several states, including Washington, Utah, Colorado, and Florida. At first, the cases appeared unrelated, different locations, different jurisdictions, different victims, but investigators soon noticed a disturbing pattern. Multiple witnesses described a friendly man who often approached women in public places. Sometimes he wore a fake cast or sling and asked for help carrying books or loading a sailboat onto his car. It was a simple request, one that many people wouldn't think twice about. That man was Ted Bundy. For years, law enforcement agencies struggled to connect the disappearances. Communication between jurisdictions was limited, allowing the investigation to stretch across multiple states before the full scope became clear. In 1975, Bundy was arrested during a routine traffic stop in Utah. Officers discovered suspicious items inside his vehicle, but it would take time before investigators connected him to a growing number of missing persons cases. Even after his arrest, the story wasn't over. While awaiting trial in Colorado, Bundy escaped from custody, not once, but twice. Following his second escape, he traveled to Florida, where he committed additional murders before being captured for the final time in February 1978. The investigation ultimately linked Bundy to numerous murders, and he later confessed to 30 killings committed between 1974 and 1978, although investigators believe the true number of victims may never be known. He was convicted, sentenced to death, and executed in Florida in 1989. The Ted Bundy case remains one of the most extensively studied serial murder investigations in American history, not only because of the crimes themselves, but because it challenged a common assumption. Sometimes danger doesn't look frightening. Sometimes it looks ordinary.
One story ends here, but another waits in the shadows. I'll see you in the next file.